Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lev Fer Show. How are you, folks? How are you, folks? Was the music in the live stream before the show a little racist? I didn't pick it. What's going on, guys? We hope you're watching live at gasdigital.com. We see you in the chat. A lot of people just insulting me off the rip for being late. Okay, I took the wrong train today. I meant to take the Yarrow Rhine.
The Rebel line?
Yeah, but guess what I took?
What?
The Brew Rhine.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I brew every guy on there.
Sounds like you were on the yellow line.
I've got a little COVID, and we are launching. I got two. I'm going to technically say two first-timers on the show. Jamie was on a previous iteration of the podcast. It looks like I have a fucking Jew curl over here. Previous iteration of the podcast, and he's got his own show called the Can I Go Home
Wow,
Now?
you look at you in the monitor. You look like a sumo wrestler. You look like you're getting ready for a bout.
Are you dressed like Lev too?
What was that about? What the hell is it? You know this is live, right? Holy hell.
We all look the same. We're different generations of different, like, gay, straight.
Why do we all have the
fat,
same
like,
shirt
we're
on?
all. I know.
Can I just say?
Well, it's the Lev Fer Show.
Yeah,
we
do
have
look
to
like
dress
a
up like
failed
him.
theater show. Like we're a very off-Broadway production. Wow. No, but can I realistically, like, we will cut this, but
What?
if the viewers find out I'm fat, this show's over.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry.
nothing about weight.
Wait,
Okay.
really?
Yeah.
Or yeah, like
fucking
if,
with me?
no, if because right now the whole show is like Lev's like this really sexy,
Right.
you know. We edit me to look like old me.
So how
So
was?
when you watch the episode, it's like AI'd.
So I have to ask, how was Vogue last month? when
Vogue
you
was
were in
great.
there?
Vogue
It
was good.
Great. Yeah, my butt still hurts.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Jamie
gotta do what you gotta do.
Jamie Wolf was here from the Can I Go Home Now podcast. He is one of the real up and coming stars in the New York City scene. Kid is an absolute killer on stage.
Yeah.
A great comedian. I really love this guy. He's just a great dude. He's here in the building. Check him out online if you haven't yet, and go see him live. He's at the Cellar a lot. That's everything, right?
Yeah.
Just
that's
had
everything.
a Don't Tell set that came out, even though I might have beef with that CEO.
Oh, Kyle?
I just might.
Why?
What's up with him?
He
Say
has
it.
no
Spill
idea.
it.
Wait, why? What happened?
I might have messaged him and gone, "Hey, let's do a set." Didn't hear back.
That happens.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, that happened to me for like a year, and then I heard back.
It happens for like his close friends too.
A year?
Yeah. Yeah. He don't tell you.
I'm supposed to
when it's
spend the
coming out.
rest of my life waiting?
Yeah.
Huh?
For a don't tell set.
I don't think so.
I mean, you're already in at the cell. What else do you want?
I don't care, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm just trying to learn. I'm just trying to sell some tickets on the road. We got some shows coming up. We'll plug that later. But also, Gray West, ladies and gentlemen, new host at the Comedy Cellar. Gay.
Jamie is a rising star, and we love him. Here's 20 credits, and give it up for this queer on the left.
They're always on the left. You know what I mean, folks?
Yeah.
Gray, I don't think I love you, but I don't think I've ever seen you do a set.
No one.
Ever.
Well,
Yeah.
I do sets every night at the Comedy Cellar. You can see me there. I'm hosting there.
No, but I
at
mean,
the
like, even there,
beginning.
like, I just never, like, I'm always running in, doing a spot.
Oh,
Do you
really?
not?
Yeah.
Do you not consider a host set?
So he's
a
saying
set?
he's never like
No,
been there
no.
for your host set.
That's not
Oh,
what
you've
I'm
never
saying.
seen it?
No, I've never.
Oh, I tell jokes. Yeah.
I always see you bring me. I know, but I always
Yeah.
see you bring me up and go, "Ladies and gentlemen, the
Dark to light of well, your set's always a little darker, so if
Yeah.
I can like lube the hole a little bit for you,
Ooh.
I'll do it for. I try and like bring everyone
Yeah.
up in a way that'll like
Every
get them
time you say
ready.
it, though, the dark delight, I think the crowd is picturing a black guy. I really think that, like a handsome black guy.
The crowd's like Chappelle's dropping it. That's awesome.
That's so fun.
I just do the
Wow.
set black.
Are you
Shit,
serious?
I don't usually go for that, but keep it up for that motherfucker there. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, player.
The other night, you weren't there, I don't think, but we did sort of Def Jam on stage. I brought up a towel and I toweled myself off.
So the way we so, I love okay, what do you feel about comics who use names on stage that aren't their own?
What do you mean?
It
a
just
stage
sounds like
name.
stage name,
I
like
use a
drag
stage
queens. Your name's not Lev Fer.
No. It's Lucas Zelnick. But that was already taken.
I don't know who that is. But no, that's no. But like, I think people are like Sean the comedian or Anonymous or like they just. It sounds like
Those
drag
are
queen
two
names.
insanely different groups of people.
It sounds like drag queen names. They're using drag queen names to come up
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well, it's like
And
a
then
hood room thing. Sean the
it is.
comedian.
And
Sean-
Yeah.
I was like, what would our names be? And you were like, oh, let's go with Jamie 2 Live Wolf.
Yes.
That's great.
Which
That's
was
good.
That's great.
That's
And
good.
so
2 Live.
I brought him up. It was the midnight show. We were acting up a little
Yeah.
bit. And then I was like, give it up for your next comedian. You're going to love him. Da, da, da. Jamie, 2 Live Wolf.
No, you
great.
hit the 2 Live. He was like 2 Live Wolf.
You got to hit it. And then
I went on stage and immediately I go, "Are we live tonight?" I swear to God, everyone in the room just looked at me silently, like,
I had
What?
Simeon Goodson, who literally has the voice of like a Def Jam announcer. He's like, "Yo, where's everybody at?"
yeah,
Like,
he's so good.
"That's a good sim."
He
That's
sounds
good,
like a
Sam.
voice from a Def Jam Fight Club. You remember that video game? He's like an announcer. So, what is DMX gonna do? So he went up before he brought me up. He was talking to these people in the front, and he was like, "Come on, man, you're not gonna laugh at that." It was like something like that, and then I went up after him, and he was, and I was like, "It's so weird following somebody being like, can a brother get a tee-hee? Just a tee-hee, please." It was almost like begging.
Wait, how did that do? Did they like that?
Yeah, I did,
Okay.
and then I did a Def Jam joke, that old joke I told.
Oh,
you.
yes, yeah.
Oh, nice. I haven't heard it.
You gotta be silly sometimes, you know.
Well, that's the thing. You have to have fun.
Yeah.
If you're
you
not
gotta
having
have
fun, what are we doing?
I love a show where it is like that loose and everybody's in on the joke and everybody's fucking
Mm-hmm.
around, you know.
Yeah, true. I like to go up after like Sim or like, Will Sylvince and I'll be like, "There, that guy's really black, huh?" That's a really black guy, but I'm different.
I like going up after a gay comic and being like, "I think that guy's gay."
Do you know how many times that happens? I mean, if we're saying names, we can say names on the show, but that happens 3 or 4 times. Comics will be like, "Oh, didn't even know Gray. Fun fact, he's gay."
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just sometimes you feel like, being a little silly.
I think the best one I ever heard was, "I don't believe being gay is a choice, but being that gay is."
That's
and I
funny.
was like,
Oh, that's
actually
fucking
good.
funny. Who
That's
said that?
actually-
That's funny.
I forget.
Let's get them on the pod.
So
No,
we got
let's not.
really quickly, I just wanted to say September 6th, Friday, September 6th. We'll smooth that out in post. I will be headlining in New York City at Rodney's. Tickets are on sale now. They are moving fast. Please come out to that.
Love Rodney's.
Gonna do a full set, so check that out. Got a lot of new jokes. And Chicago for the first time on September 25th.
Oh, fuck yeah.
The day before Skankfest, I will be playing Zany's Comedy Club, so come out to that.
Amazing.
Chicago and New York City. Grab your tickets. Trying to set up some more dates currently. You can get those at leveforcomedy.com or just hit the links in my IG and all that shit. You guys have any shows coming up on the road?
Yep. I'm in Chicago. I'm in DC. I'm in Denver. And then I'm coming to Toronto, Canada.
There we go.
Uh,
Go see Jamie, guys. He's a fucking great act. Great.
I'm
I'm Jewish, too. I mean, if you like Lev.
They're not going to like that.
If you're willing to listen to Lev.
They-
Are we editing this out, too? They can't know I'm fat or Jewish.
It's like, I'm Christian,
Just in post.
I'm a proud boy.
proud Baptist.
Is there a totally different voice dub over you? He's also
Simeon Goodson. I'm proud Baptist.
he's also a devout Christian. Gray.
I'm at the world famous Comedy Cellar every night. You can see me there except Mondays. And then I'm going on the road. I'm going back home to DC a lot, doing the DC Improv, an amazing club I always love. I will be hosting for Jamie in DC.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going. That's it. I got some other coals on the fire, but whatever. Just come see me.
Coals on the fire, folks.
Coals on the fire.
Now, Jamie, you were a gay man. Tell us a little bit about that.
If I were?
No, as you are.
Oh, as I am
Yes.
a gay man. I've kissed a guy one time, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I kissed a guy one time.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, look, we all celebrate Father's Day differently. All right. What's it like being the son of Tom Brady? Well, you kissed made out with a fella.
Not made out.
Not made out.
Couldn't
Just,
get there.
I mean, I'm
It
sure
was the beard.
Yeah.
He had nice lips. It was the beard. Also, it was the fact he was a guy. I couldn't really get into that.
Well, that's interesting that you explored it. You know,
Yeah.
you get if you can't go that. I know guys who skipped the kiss. They just straight up sucked a stranger's dick
Really?
to find out if they were gay.
Sucked a guy's dick immediately?
I know a guy who sucked off 2 fellas in parking lots. Just was like, I just need to find out if I like this.
Yeah.
He could have started with the kiss. How did it end up like this?
I love a good kiss.
It was only a kiss.
Hey, it's good to put your money where a guy's mouth is.
Yeah.
It's wild. Lev, I have a question.
Please.
Okay, what's your least favorite sexual act that is like broadly popular?
Huh.
I'm trying to think of nowadays.
Anything with vaginas.
Yeah, those things are
Go
in right
on.
now, dude.
Go on.
There was things I used to do as a single man that I no longer do. I used to be like that porn move where the chick's on her back, head off the bed, and then you do a little throat fuck action.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
Those are fun.
Those used to be fun.
I'm too.
That was a college trick. Yeah. But it was a guy. But yeah.
Yeah. So there was that. There was.
I'm still gay, by the way. I'm
yeah.
I'm gay, and I'm still
Yeah,
gay
yeah.
in this episode.
I used to eat a lot of pussy. That's out. You know. I also genuinely I have throat problems every day of my life.
Throat problems?
Throat problems.
Why?
From getting fucked so much in the throat?
No, I think it's from the. I can't prove this,
Okay.
but I think eating so many vaginas in my day.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you're allergic to pussy like me.
I just think I have like permanent like HPV in my throat or something. Like
Okay, if you tried a Benadryl, you might be allergic to puss.
I haven't been drilled in years, Jamie.
Could you imagine being allergic to like vagina, and that's why you're like I want to be straight so bad. That's why you can't. I can't, dude. Every time I do, I flare up.
Dude, I just get hives
I get
everywhere.
high.
They do an allergy test. It's like rub a little pussy on you. You're like,
yeah, the skin test. And that one's vagina. I'm like, it has.
And this
pus.
is male cum. It just looks like normal skin.
Yeah, you're like,
Fuck.
where's male cum?
Guy cum is. I'm not allergic to that.
Come on.
oh, speaking of which, I was thinking about this. If I could change one thing about biology and sex,
I thought he was gonna say us. I was like, whoa.
I would make Gray
Coming in
straight.
hot. Girl, same.
No, if I could change one thing, it'd be that when women orgasm, they shoot milk out of their tits.
Wow.
That would be funny.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be so
Yes.
funny.
And the harder you make them come, the more milk shoots out.
Wow.
Wow,
It's
I mean-
commensurate with the amount of
Correct.
good orgasm.
There's no faking that.
No.
I mean, and imagine how much harder men would work if there was a
You
tall glass of milk at the end of it. You know what I mean?
You should try jerking off a guy and seeing what squirts out.
just
too.
keep trying
it's
to
the
get to a
same
penis.
barometer. Maybe Lev's gay.
You're like,
this is
and
the
I
title.
wish,
Is
and I
Lev
wish
gay?
tits were longer and cylindrical.
If sexuality is a spectrum, if it's like being retarded,
Yes.
I would bet I place like a 2 or 3 on like that's how much gay I am
Out of what?
out of like 3. No, out of 10. Because like it's like the poor thing. Like you want to see a hammer of a dick that's got like an arm in it. That is still technically turning you on in some way. I don't want to suck it.
Yeah.
But I'm still like I want to see this. I don't want to see a dick that looks. I will look at dicks that are bigger than mine in porn and go, look at this tiny fucking dick, dude. It's like 3 of my dicks, and I'm like, nah, we need to see a man's
Yeah.
penis in this child.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we'll edit that. You know what I mean? Though it's like Ron White had a bit about that. It's like every dude's a little gay. Like you don't want to see some.
I love Ron White. Did you watch the Blue Collar Comedy?
Oh,
Tour
yeah,
growing up?
when
I burned a hole in that DVD growing up. Jeff Foxworthy,
Yeah.
like all of them. Larry
I
the
liked
Cable
them.
Guy.
I think I liked them.
I
all.
liked it.
Except for
I
Bill
loved them
Engvall.
all.
Engvall,
Bill
I thought
always,
was the weakest.
but it was a straight shooter.
You like Foxworthy? I didn't love Foxworthy.
Really?
I didn't love
Ron
him.
White, I think, is the best comic out of those.
Yeah, for sure.
Even still, he's like, he quit for a while. He's back. He's good.
He's also a
They're all
very.
so talented.
I've talked to Colin about this. He's a very like old school style where it's very like slow, deliberate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
I miss that.
that's not that common nowadays with comics.
You
Yeah.
see, everyone. I mean, it's just because everyone like is trying to kill so hard.
Are they?
Like they're just trying. I mean, so hard. I don't think they're
You seen
killing
some of
hard.
these specials?
They're trying.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of victimhood now in
Yeah.
comedy. Is that it's the punch down that like I'm the victim, and it's not really that anymore.
Yeah.
Or it used to not be that way.
Yeah, I think just in general, I think the simple thing is most people are just not that good at comedy.
Oh.
Even in comedy.
Yeah.
I think that's really just it. There's
Yeah.
not like if you really think about it, how many people do you think are in the country that are like really great comics? Like, I mean, in the city alone, if you had to estimate, how many are great?
Everyone that works at the world famous Comedy Cellar.
I think it's about
5. Maybe 5.
See, my instinct is to say
No,
5.
I would say
I think it's about
yeah,
20 to 30.
20 to
I
30.
would, yeah, I would even go 40.
People disagree with me on this.
50.
So people think there's more.
I think there's a lot.
Well, because there's also a difference. Like some people have great, like 20, 30 even. Some
Yeah,
people even
yeah.
have a great like 45, and then they can't get past.
but
that.
also like, are
Yeah.
they funny or do
It's
they have
just-
a cult following?
Well, that's a lot of it now.
Oh,
I mean,
that's totally different. Yeah,
That's the
yeah, but that's a
thing.
good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
but that's the other thing is like nowadays the way that comedy is, and we won't dwell on this for too long, is just open micers now who are a year or two into comedy are
have-
headlining and
yeah.
selling out
Yeah,
rooms,
yeah.
and I think it's great that they're getting money and they're getting all this stuff. They're getting stage time, which is great.
Yes.
The amazing thing would be if they were able to get that stage time to people that did not pay to see them,
Yeah,
because you're just burning yourself to
I
those
know.
crowds. Like those
Well,
are
I've said this before. No one has ever been good at stand up if they start or get famous within the first 3 years.
yeah. You
If
can't
you're
get famous
before. If you're famous when you start, you'll never be good. If you get famous in the first 3 to 5 years, you also will never be good.
And
You
also-
need that time to build skill.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
first 5, 6, 7, 8,
I actually think you can get good enough. Like there's like
but you'll never be great.
Dalia's fans don't know they're not watching good writing.
Yeah.
They don't know that.
Yeah.
They think I'm watching the best comic alive.
Yeah.
And like they're allowed to think that and they're allowed to believe that. You know what I mean? Like he's still because his performance level got so high
Yes.
that like he hides the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's
right,
like,
right.
Yeah,
Are you talking about the child rape? That stuff?
yeah.
Okay.
No. You know what? I don't even
Rape?
know. Was that even proven?
No, I'm just saying.
Like, I don't know. I've gone to bat for this guy that I don't even really like.
Who is
Like,
he?
D'Elia?
Who are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Chris D'Elia. Like I've gone to bat and be like, because I'm very much like a hey, prove it to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So I don't know. Aside from a few tweets, I don't know how much I do think he's fucked every single person, every hot chick that's ever lived in L.A. and has been in L.A. for a weekend. He is. I know chicks who are like, I fucked him the first week I got there. It's just like a rite of passage. You get to L.A., you get your back blown out by Chris D'Elia. It's what it is.
I gotta visit LA.
And but I don't know.
Yeah, the only allegations that he has are sexual harassment and assault, as far as I can tell.
Is that even
Technically
real?
not rape
What are those?
listed.
Is that you?
No,
Thank
because
you. Wait, who was that? Who's
people
That was
were
the
saying
Lord.
he's
Who
like
was that?
that was his lawyer. Just called
Oh,
him.
good. Thank you for the call in. We'll take the next call.
Yeah, because people were saying
Spacey's
he's like a
lawyer.
pedophile, but I saw screenshots where he's like, "Hey, hit me up when you're 18." So it's like that's not a pedophile, but at the same time, like you could be like, "Hey, it's fucked up that he
Well,
just wants
do
to
you
bang
like-
18-year-olds."
Do you like girls older or younger?
I prefer. I think. All right, look, if it comes,
I like younger guys. Typically,
If men-
I'm not into like daddies. And
Yeah.
like a old, like if someone that could be my dad's age, I'm like, why? What are we doing?
What's the ideal age for a guy that you fuck, Gray?
Me ideal? Oh,
Keep in
God.
mind, Lev's 27.
I know. I would probably say 7 or 8, but no,
Mm.
no. I would say probably like
Gray to Leo over
20,
here.
25, 26. I like that age, but also like I don't.
But can I tell you the
Not
truth?
really. It's not really like
But wait, can I
oh,
tell you the truth?
You have to
Yeah.
admit,
Yeah, what
it's
are
still
you?
creepy to do what he did.
Look, here's how I feel.
You don't think that's creepy?
Here's
even?
how I feel. I think with D'Elia, it's like literally this guy is a full blown sex addict. Like I don't think he's in control of his
Oh
life.
no, okay.
D'Elia?
Yeah,
Well, maybe
Yeah.
we shouldn't talk about him.
but no. Fuck it. Who cares?
Okay.
Has he done the pod yet?
He's coming on next week, so it's gonna be weird. But no, if you biologically we're attracted to youth because it goes, hey, this is a younger person.
Thank
They haven't been rammed out. They're gonna give me a healthier child. Same way you're like attracted to wider hips. It's all related to making kids. It's like primitive instinct. I think that if you genuinely if men anonymously all did a poll, they'd be most attracted to like 18 to 21 is that range where they're like, holy shit, that is perfection. And I think genuinely it'd even fall into like 17 to 21. If it was like anonymous, you didn't know the chick's age, they would just go, that's what I want. It'd be hot youth.
It's an interesting experiment. I mean, I wish they would do that. I certainly
What about
think
you? What are you
the difference between biological and legal is also another conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's the other thing too, is the age of consent is different all over the world. You know what I mean?
And even in the States, I think.
Yeah.
I think there's some states that have it like really low, like Alabama, right?
I don't know. I never anyone.
Yeah, why'd you go directly to it?
I was like, whoa.
You sound like you were queuing up like a Tonight Show story.
No.
You're like,
There
where are you
is-
just fucking a child?
We
in
can all
Alabama?
Google this after on our own time.
What's the Alabama
But
age of
I
consent
think
voice of God?
It's consent
16.
with parent God.
No.
Sarah.
Age of consent in Alabama is 16. But they also have Romeo and Juliet laws that provide
14.
exemptions for like young couples if they're within a certain range of each
13
other.
or
2 years.
14? Do we know that?
12.
Right? 12.
Jeez
Wow.
Louise.
If the
bro.
minor is
What?
at least 12 years old and the defendant is no more than 2 years older. So
Yeah. Well, I went to
So
my
14 and 12. Wait,
Yeah, I went to my first
Yeah.
wedding in 6th grade. It was a good time. A good Alabama
She
wedding.
was knocked up, and you know she couldn't get an abortion.
Well, as long as you're both in school at the same time, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think 80 to 90% of people are just attracted to youth. So, like, if D'Elia, if his whole life is about just banging 18 to 21-year-olds, I don't know how much I really give a fuck. Genuinely. Do I, like, obviously there's, like, and there's the argument of, like, it's a position, like, as long as you're not doing anything creepy, you're not just, like, taking your dick out or any of that shit, I don't give a fuck. The other thing, like, if you don't like it, change the law. Do I want to be that guy and be 45 and just banging 18 to 21? No, I don't. I would hope that I could build a family and create things that are more meaningful and fucking, have like a sustaining relationship and then get divorced and then go through that phase, like, and have another 3 or whatever. But you know what I mean? Like, that's it, to me, it's like Peterson said this thing of like aspiring to more than just being a sexual partner, I think means something. Because like if you're just fucking a bunch of people, you're also telling the world like, hey, this is what I am. Is I'm just somebody you can fuck a lot. Like,
I'm just a
you're
dick.
yeah.
You're opening up the bedroom door.
But it's also like it's very difficult to find people that are worth dating. Like and that you're compatible enough with that you like will spend time. I mean, like I'm genuinely so grateful to have my girlfriend. Like
Lev's like, dating's hard. Just DM 16.
you got to wade through the waters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very shallow waters.
No, it's
How about we go to
very
the
hard.
18-foot and up waters?
The amount of women I've met that I thought
Skateboarding.
were actually worth dating, pretty low percentage.
Yeah.
Very low percentage. You know what I mean? And a lot of those, if you're being honest with yourself, is just like, oh, I think I'm just really attracted to this person. That's not like what sustainable relationships are. You know? I mean, you know this, Jamie. You're single. You're fucking hating it.
Hating it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hating it. There's so many people that you would fuck one time. And then as soon as you fuck, I'm not fucking anymore casually. I've stopped doing that.
Yeah. Well, tell me a little bit
I'm
about
done.
that. What led you to that
I'm
decision?
done with that.
Thank you for your
I
bravery.
had so much casual sex last year, and I went, what the fuck is the point of this?
Right.
Oh, I nutted in a woman, and then I'm going like, I'm gonna pretend to shit for 20 minutes so that it's closer to when she has to leave.
Wait,
it's
you
like
nut in these broads?
all the time,
Dude, are you crazy? You have
It
100,000 followers.
It was bad.
That is nuts, man.
It was bad.
I have nutted in maybe 1 to 2 women in my entire life, and both times I
What?
was full blown
Oh,
panic.
Lev, you gotta try it.
It's a little bit.
I'm not even
better.
kidding, Lev. I did it last night.
What is this? No casual. What the fuck?
No, it's not casual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, it is a bit better. I will say it is the cherry on top. But it was battered into me at a young age. My brother was like, "Do not get a chick pregnant. It will ruin your fucking life."
Well, yeah.
So I am terrified of that.
I think there's a decent chance I've got a kid out there somewhere.
Really?
I did it a lot.
Have you ever had this moment where while you're having sex with somebody, and you are like, "Fuck, I need to get laid tonight," and then you're having sex in the middle of it, you're like, "What am I doing?"
Yeah, of course. Obviously, that's what I had last year, and I was like, "What's the point of this?"
dark
If I feel
moment.
bad during it,
Yeah.
whoa, you're gonna feel worse after. You're gonna feel bad before.
It's a dark moment, but the problem is you can't just make somebody appear that provides other value to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was
but how do you find that? Because I'm going, I think I can find it by not having sex
Nat,
with
is the
someone
AC
unless I
on again?
really like them.
Wait, say that again.
I think I can find that by not fucking someone unless I find that I really like them outside of having sex with them. I've been on so many dates now
Yeah.
where I'm like 2 dates and I'm like, I can't stomach another second with this conversation.
I think that not fucking, I don't think that's the solution, because like I had a moment with my chick where we both went like, oh, this person might be somebody interesting, was actually during sex. That was the moment where I was like, huh, all right, maybe there's something more here.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because we in the middle of sex we started having a conversation.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, why are we talking? Why don't you just ride me while we talk? And that was like kind of a spark moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's the other thing. I was like, when I started dating my girlfriend, I was seeing other women, and every one of them, they were like, it'd be like a hot chick, but like she'd have hot chick isms where like she would just ramble nonstop and didn't realize nothing she had to say was interesting or that I needed to hear. And I'm like, because they're hot chicks, they're used to going like, everything I say, men will go, oh my God, tell me more, because they're trying to fuck
That's how
your
hot
face.
gays are. They're the worst type of people that you've ever met in your life.
I bet.
So so I did a P-Town.
Wait, are
and-
you actually gay? That's not a bit.
No, I am. But I
He's
think
kidding me. The guy looks like a puppet.
yeah, I got a hand put up my ass. Anyway, no, I went to. I'll say this. I went to P-Town on 4th of July weekend, which is circuit party weekend.
Okay.
Which is like 6-packed abs, drugs, harnesses, rave,
Yeah.
Equinox, the creme de la creme of like gay people.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, can you come do a comedy show this weekend? I was like, oh my God, it'd be so cool to like hang out in P-Town, the historic P-Town. I went and watched like one-man shows, one-woman shows like all weekend. But then when I was out on the street, I was like not registered as a person.
Interesting.
Which is like, they're like, oh, like, and it was crazy because we were in line for pizza. And like people kept cutting like in
Pieces
front
are
of
so
us.
trapped. They're like, look at these fat pieces of
well,
shit.
they were like, they were rolling a Molly and like everything else, and it was
Yeah.
late night, and I was like, I just got done with the show, and I was like, I want some pizza,
Right.
with like some friends, but then they all kept cutting. I was like, hey, you just cut in front of me, and they were like, oh, we didn't see it, and I was like, oh, they're so hot, they're just used to like walking up,
yeah.
but you get the Boston, New York, all the gays that got in that are just so hot to getting their way. That they just keep like cutting in front. It was like, this just feels like, I don't know. I'm never like in.
No, hotter people are just, they're more likely to be pieces of shit, more likely to
Yeah.
get away with being pieces of shit. But I will say, I bet very ugly people are also real monsters. Like,
Because they're
emotionally.
miserable.
Yeah. Like, if you're that unhappy.
Wow,
Like,
interesting.
imagine like a
it's a
Walmart
bell
lady who
curve.
looks like a cyclops. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way that lady's nice.
Yeah, you gotta
'Cause
believe in. If you're her, you gotta believe in God.
Yes.
You gotta go. There's salvation after this
Mm-hmm.
life.
Even God's like, ugh.
And more
I was
specific.
hungover that day.
I don't look at you, hell.
Right.
Hell with her.
Yeah.
What are you scribbling over there?
Wait, wait. Okay,
Because
hold
I have
on.
some questions.
Hold
on
on.
my iPad.
I like what you're saying, Lev.
Okay,
I
go
think,
ahead.
but I think it's also true. I don't even want to make it gendered. I think that's just as true of hot guys.
It
You know
is.
how hot guys?
I think so.
It's like
Yeah.
I mean, it even happens in comedy sometimes. But like a really hot guy
I'm listening.
will like people will think he's funny, and you're like listening to what he's saying, and you're going, it's just a hot guy saying something and
Yeah.
then
Yep.
smiling.
Yep.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything funny.
He's like, I know I'm hot. That's like every
Yeah,
tag is like, I'm hot. Like, I hate.
Should we say their names?
Yes.
There's a lot of them. There's a whole bunch of them on. Like, there's a lot of them who have 5 minutes of material and are selling out clubs. Like, it is. But that's where.
Are we saying names today, or are we not?
No. But
Okay.
here's my thing is also like those.
I was ready.
They're amassing an audience. Like, they're not even doing stand up.
Yeah.
They're doing public appearance. They're
Yeah.
amassing an audience.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
they're
And
not into comedy.
I've
Yeah.
talked to one of them, and I'm going to tell this story, and hopefully he knows who he is. But he was talking to me, and he was like, I feel like people are just showing up just for the meet and greet.
Yeah.
With me,
They're trying to
They
greet your
just-
meat.
So like whatever, they're just like on stage, like like I'm like, yeah, you're giving like some wonderful half baked America's Got Talent jokes.
Yeah,
but at the other hand, I'm saying names, but at the other hand, you're like, yeah, no one's like liking that. No one, you're not doing well, but like girls are fanning.
It's a weird thing because
the
like
end.
it's somebody can go start being rich
Yeah.
doing comedy.
Yeah.
They're still technically doing comedy. It's just a
Right.
different kind of show, a different kind of energy, and it's the people that will not stay with you. And you, by the time as soon as you start losing your hair, all those bitches are out.
Yeah.
So it's you gotta I guess make that money while you can. But the question is, what the kind of person that would give up and go, I'm not gonna go make that money. I'm not gonna lean into this thing. I'm gonna risk living in obscurity for 30 years to maybe one day be a truly respected comic.
Yeah. Well, didn't you do that?
Well,
Didn't
yeah.
you have the route?
I did do that.
No, he really had the route. He had like a
Yeah.
following of like dating girls. You had
Yeah,
like a dating advice
I used
podcast.
to sell out to hot chicks.
Yeah.
But it being too
Oh,
young to
yeah,
even
yeah, yeah,
realize
yeah.
that's kind of
Yes.
what I was
Right,
doing.
right,
Well, I didn't know you then.
Yeah.
I've only heard legend of.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm very big about once I meet you.
Grace, like, Lev was hot.
No, I've Googled it.
That's a
I've-
legend.
No, I Google. You can Google Lev Fer. You'll see it. Like, yeah, the picture.
Lev was the
that-
most fuckable guy in New York for a little bit.
I know. I tried to get a piece,
I
but
got
no,
all around.
but I tried to. No, I've heard that, but like when we met
Yeah.
and when I try to take everyone face value right there in front
I
of
do
me.
too. Yeah.
I don't want this like, oh well, they have like 700 million like subscribers and like they sell out like Thunder
Yeah,
Arena. I'm like, well, what are you right here, right now?
Right.
Are you a kind person? Are you a this?
And you're like, he's
da, da, da.
not.
Yeah.
He's totally not.
No, it was good. And that's, yeah, I would say like even at work, and we see it all the time. Some people that drop in, like the other day, last night, Ray Romano dropped in, kindest person ever,
Yeah,
eating
yeah.
dinner with his family, having a wonderful time.
I heard he
literally
rules.
obsessed. And like he was super nice. On Tuesday, Louis C.K. was there, and the kindest person ever was just like
Yeah.
very
yeah.
supportive and like.
Well, he
I-
has to be now. He doesn't have a choice. Like, there's
But-
a point where you're like, yeah, I can't really risk any more stories.
No, but it's good to like, I don't know. I think kindness goes along.
I think 10 years ago, Louis would not be nice to you.
Yeah, he wouldn't not have looked you in the eye.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I take people. Well, I don't know you 10 years ago, and
Yeah.
I don't know you 10 years ago, and y'all don't know me 10 years
Now,
ago.
once I
so-
realized that, once I was like, oh fuck, I can see where this is going.
Yeah.
and I could see like what my agents like wanted me to be. Which, by the way, I have none of them anymore. But I could see that they were like, oh yeah, you're gonna like. They saw the vision of like being a Matt Rife. They were like, you're gonna be that.
Right.
And I was
Ew.
like, oh fuck. And then I would see
That's
like,
not cute.
yeah, I was like, I have no interest in doing that. I didn't get into comedy to like do that.
Yeah.
Like, so I gained 100 pounds overnight, and
Congratulations.
I worked really hard.
So proud.
Just like trying to get a role, but in reverse. I put on 100 pounds. Got really ugly.
For integrity. For integrity. Do you
But the funny thing
understand?
is, you're not. You're it's still showbiz. So like,
Yeah.
you're the hottest possible version.
I'm a fat pig. There's no two ways around. I mean, look at this behemoth.
Is that how
like
you view
everyone-
yourself?
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
Even in stand
We
up,
have cameras. I have to watch my tapes. See the side fat.
I mean, I do too. Every time I see
No.
that, I get compared to.
Gray,
Yeah.
you're in good shape, buddy. You're in horrible shape for a gay man.
Horrible. I'm below. Oh,
Yeah, for-
gay world. I do not register as a
For-
person.
yeah, for a straight man, you look
but
great.
if we're going to brunch with the straight girls,
Yeah,
living.
you're killing it.
you might want to try pussy.
I'm thinking about.
You're a straight.
What
you're
do
a
you
straight
think-
8.
What would happen? What would be the amount of money to get you to eat a girl out to completion?
I was thinking about hooking. Ooh, no.
Jamie first. 20 grand?
Couldn't pay me enough to do it.
I mean, like, to completion. I think that I could remove myself mentally and disassociate from most things enough if there was a lot of money on the table. But to eat a pussy to completion, I mean, I gotta tell you, you'd have to pay me nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What about your girlfriend? Would the price be lowered or higher?
With my girlfriend, I would do it for free, but here's the thing. She's not into it.
Wow.
And that, my buddy, I mean, come on. Come the fuck on.
That's
And this is all the fucking dumb bitches immediately go, he's probably not good at it. That's probably what No.
I've seen you eat. You're good.
I've seen you.
We've all seen Lev eat pussy. And he
I-
rated it.
But I'm just, some chicks, they're not into it. And you gotta find those. That's who you date.
Yeah.
That's who you date, baby.
Mhm.
Come on.
Lev talking earlier about, he's like, he just needs to find somebody who can have a good conversation with. Lev now.
20 minutes
Just
later,
find one
just swallow the pussy hole.
Find a broken vagina. Nat, can
I ask
can I
something
get a
personal?
coffee, please?
I have some-
What do? It's all penetration with you guys?
No, it's a little finger
Finger.
in. Come on, son.
Finger.
I'm like a
Lev,
jazz piano player.
Lev, let me ask you this.
Please.
Do you think Gray?
I'm back.
Let me ask Lev this. Do you think Gray is a top or a bottom?
This is a good question. I think.
Gray, let me ask you this. You
I-
think Lev is a top or a bottom?
I think Gray is a.
Love now or love 4 years ago?
That's a good question. I think Gray is mostly a top, but my gut says switch hitter.
Gray.
My other gut says I don't know.
Gray's a top, dude. I bet. I've never asked him.
Gray?
I think it's rude to ask, right?
I don't like talking about sex on podcasts,
Oh well, excuse.
but I've been
us.
riffing and kept going for 35 minutes. But we can get into whatever we want.
So are we getting an answer? Or no?
It's sort of unclear.
Thank you, Nat.
Well, Lev, are you a top or a bottom?
I am all top.
All top.
All top. Cannot.
Did you want coffee?
Didn't you
No.
want coffee?
No.
I thought you said you
He
want a
wants,
cup.
Water.
Yeah.
I think I drank his water.
I hate being submissive. It drives me crazy. I hate being bit. I hate all that shit.
Yeah.
What
What about when a girl like digs her claws into your back?
can't fucking stand
Really
it. Dude.
hurts,
It makes me
huh?
want to like elbow a chick in the face. Like, God, I hate that. Inflicting pain to me. I'm not into any of that shit. I don't want to choke your stupid fucking neck.
What?
Yeah, not into it. You like
What?
a choke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Lev,
don't.
I'm straight. Thank you.
It just doesn't do anything for me. The having a choke. That's anytime I've choked a woman, it has not been for me.
Wow.
It has been solely for them, so they can learn.
But you're not into being submissive or
No, I just
Or
like
that.
the good doggy style,
Okay.
or the lay down doggy, or just getting blown. That's all I need for the rest of my life.
hand job. I thought you were into hand
Like a
jobs.
hand job. This is true. I love a hand job. A lubed hand job while making out. That's also.
What about all those hand jobs I gave you? You didn't like those?
They were good. I thought we were bonding.
Yeah,
You
me
know?
too.
I also just quit cigarettes, folks.
Oh my God.
What?
Let's talk about it.
Wow.
Let's talk about
Wow.
everything because I'm thinking about quitting. Can we vape in here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm thinking about quitting vaping. I quit smoking cigarettes. And like during grad school, I was quitting smoking cigarettes. And the teacher said one thing to me that like always stuck with me because I'm an extrovert. Like I listened to the episode with Allie Mae and like y'all went through like the autism test.
Yeah.
It was a great episode. Make
Thank
sure
you,
you
buddy.
check it out. I don't know if I'm autistic or not. I don't think I am. I'm very
don't think you're
I'm
autistic.
very extroverted, which means I really recharge around people. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very like, hi, like, please, like,
Yeah,
yes. And so when not, there's that like cigarette. And a teacher once told me, they said, that's why you're with cigarettes. They're always there for you.
Mm. To-
Unlike people.
To me, the cigarette, like I only really started smoking. I always smoked cigars, and since I was 16 on, I always smoked something. Like I just like smoking. But I think what happened once I started working at the cellar, you're outside between sets, and I'm like,
Always.
I need an
Always.
excuse. You also kind of like the little bit of that stress relief, that nicotine hit before or after a set. So then I was like, oh shit! I've always thought I could just smoke cigarettes. I don't get addicted to them. And then I started noticing on stage in the middle of bits, I'd be starting to hit the end of my breath limit for the first time. I'm like, oh shit, I have to like rebreathe during this line.
Yes. Yeah. You have to support from underneath.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, I mean the stage when I'm on it, and the I like felt it. I was like, oh, this is like catching up to me. And then I started feeling like if I didn't smoke, like my fucking blood pressure would drop. And I'm like, oh, this is like within a few months, within 4 or 5 months, I feel like this has really caught on. And that's even just smoking like 4 or 5 cigarettes a day, maybe.
Wow.
At the high end.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
I experienced
dude,
that,
I was
yeah.
like, I started feeling fucking awful. So I'm like completely quitting now. I'm like,
When
fuck
was
it.
that? Starting when?
2 days ago.
Okay.
And
Congrats.
Just-
dude,
dude,
It's hard.
this is gonna be hard.
It's hard. You're gonna.
Have you done it before?
Have you? Yeah.
I think I could quit. I'm getting the cravings, but it's pretty easy for me to just go like, oh, check out that chick's big tits
Here's where
and distract myself.
Have you smoked cigarettes, Jamie?
instead of smoking cigarettes, just starting to check every woman out.
Oh yeah.
That's his tick. Hey, nice tits, bro.
I don't need
It's
to
like,
smoke if
whoa.
I'm constantly watching porn.
Like, why are you jerking off before your set? Like, we need you on stage now.
My friend
Dan
sent me-
Soder's getting off. And
friend
you're
sent
getting
me-
off.
My friend sent me the funniest meme the other day. He's like, when you're watching gay porn in public, but
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
going like this the whole time, so they know you're straight. That's just so funny. The idea of a guy watching gay porn be like
What?
crazy.
I
He's
think-
saying like you're watching, but he's like, these people are crazy.
yeah, like this is wild.
So
I
crazy.
think the hard part about when you quit something is the lack of when you can't sleep. When you go through real withdrawal,
Yeah,
you start
yeah.
not being able to sleep for like a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
It's been fucking with everything. I mean, the other night I was.
Oh, already you're already feeling that.
I had it the last 2 days like pretty bad. I don't even know if it's. I also like I might just be dying. Like
Why?
the other day my lymph
Go on.
node in my neck was just
Elaborate.
so expanded. It was hurt like hell.
Open
like
up.
things are.
What?
I just like literally 2 days
No,
ago I was
well,
like I might be dying.
as
Like I might
someone-
have cancer.
As someone's like, quit. Did you ever smoke cigarettes?
No, I just did
I
OxyContin.
smoked cigarettes from 16 years old until I quit at 26. And it was, I remember what?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't
Yeah,
know
like
that.
Packer
Where are you
Day,
from, Gray?
Alabama,
Mm.
with parts of Mississippi and Florida. But I remember quitting was the hardest. And then I think you're going to go through this and like chime in the chat, like everyone chime in about quitting. There's like 2 weeks, 2 months that you are about to be a bitch.
Yes.
You're
Oh,
going
yeah,
to be
100%.
the angriest
100%.
person
So
ever.
irritable.
I will see you. I will love you. I always do. Every time I see you, I'm like, my bud, like, love, I love you. I'll give you a hug, but you're gonna be on edge,
Yeah.
and it's the nicotine and things.
Dude, I had the
leaving
other
your
day.
body.
Yeah.
I was taking a shit in the house.
And you threw the iron at your girlfriend.
It was
You told
close.
us.
No, I was taking a shit and I started to get that feeling like, oh my god, like I feel like I'm gonna pass out, like my blood pressure's crashing, and I think it was like
I don't
from
think that's
that.
smoking.
I don't know, but I was just like, oh, I just felt horrible, and my girlfriend's like, are you almost done in there? We've got to go. I have to pee. And I just flipped. I was like, leave me the fuck alone. There's a
Right.
bathroom in the
Yes.
lobby. Go use it. And I'm like, as I'm saying it, I'm like, I know this
You
is just
to-
because
whoa, whoa,
I
whoa,
feel
whoa.
It's 'cause of
terrible.
the-
Whoa, 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 whoa,
yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa! Hold the phone, baby. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You were taking a shit in your apartment.
Yes.
And you told your girlfriend to go to the apartment lobby.
Yes, I did. Yes, ma'am. And she's like, "Are you
Let me
going to
get
be
my
in a
notepad out?
She goes, "Are you going to be in a bad mood today?" I go, and I was like, "If you don't leave me the fuck alone, yes."
Yeah.
Because for 20 minutes, I felt like I might have cancer. Like I'm dying.
Well, this might be the start. It's
I thi-
irrational anger.
I was gonna
That
say-
isn't
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
that's okay. Well, it's not okay, but for 2 weeks or 2 months, it's gonna you're gonna feel this.
Oh,
Just like
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
gonna be mad at
Oh,
the
yeah.
world.
Oh, yeah.
And you're gonna lash out
You
at a
won't
lot
be
of people that you
sleeping.
love.
You'll be mad.
Yeah.
I'm going to place a
You'll be
counter bet.
hungry.
Yeah.
Very hungry.
What?
Yeah. Well, it's oral
I didn't
fixation.
know I quit smoking a few years ago. I'm going to place a counter bet. I actually think what's going to happen is I think I'm already through the thick of it. And I bet
Thick.
Through the thick of quitting cigarettes.
I think so.
After
In
2 days?
I think so.
Bro.
Guys,
Bro.
I know my body. This is my
All of
bet.
it?
I bet. I'm getting to know some parts. But I'm willing to bet I'm through the thick of it. And
High fiving.
I bet by I don't even think people will know. I think that one blow up I had on my chick is unlike me. And I think
Well,
What about the blow up you had on yourself a couple years ago?
about
Jamie,
the blow
that
up
was-
doll you're fucking, you fucking
yeah,
nerd,
Jamie,
huh?
that was really
Coming
rude
at
and
me?
disrespectful. I
Jesus
can't believe
Christ,
you would
dude.
insult the guy that. No,
And
don't
mention
point at
salt,
me.
'cause
Yeah,
you're trying to
yeah, that's
sidetrack
really
me.
yeah. You can do that. Can we go home now? But this is Lev Fer Show. You
And
need to be
scene.
respectful.
Yeah, so I'm done with the cigarettes. And
All right, you're looking at your
Wow,
notepad. I have a question.
Lev, I'm telling you, that's not. It's gonna get worse, and you got to be prepared. For
Yeah,
it.
it's
I'm
about to
placing
get.
the counterbet,
and
Jamie.
you got to prepare your girl for that too.
Well, we will know.
You want to come fuck her?
you got.
Wow, here it starts.
You want me to pay you to come fuck her?
I don't know if
Here
I
it
have a
goes.
connection.
So we can talk about that.
Well,
But not
I
on
won't.
air.
This smoke break is brought to you by YoDelta.com, the official Getting High sponsor of the Gas Digital Network.
Okay, so question, and we came on the pod today for rumors, gossip, and conjecture, and just like confrontation.
That's how I pitched the show.
Yes. So no,
Gray, rumors, gossip, conjecture.
Speaking
Oh,
of
Daddy.
pitching the show,
Bring it.
I remember you came up to me. We were at the cellar. We were hanging out. We were having a good time.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Hi, do you want to come on the show? Jamie's going to be there. It's going to be a fun time."
Yeah.
And I said, "Sure, absolutely, I'll do it." Went up to Jamie, and then
You said to me, Lev's gonna be there. You want to do the show?
or no, you said Gray's gonna.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Lev's gonna be. You said Gray was gonna be there.
Did I?
So who did you talk to first?
Yeah, who was it?
I don't fucking know.
Don't do that.
It's a good tactic though.
Yeah, very
No,
smart.
you know what it is? It's I wanted you
first
guys.
yes is the
I
hardest.
wanted you guys to feel comfortable, so I was like, I'll book these two with somebody they know for the first time on.
Comfortable with you?
Yeah,
We
but,
love
but,
you.
but I
But I
always
know
have
you.
two guests, and
Oh.
sometimes they don't know each other.
Oh.
So I was like, I'm gonna do you both
Oh.
a favor
Oh.
and
Love
just
that.
book it with somebody you like.
But it's an interesting question,
But
and
who
it's a
did you
good
ask
tactic. I like
first?
the tactic.
Yeah.
But who did you
You
approach
asked
first? Who
first.
did you think would be the easier yes, given that someone else was coming on? Did you approach me first?
I
or
thought these
Gray
were.
first?
I didn't think either of these would be hard yeses.
Oh, you didn't think
Yeah.
about it.
I know.
Okay.
we
I
gotta
know.
up our booking fee.
Up it from 0.
I know. Gray needs the publicity, and Jamie looks up to me. So. I was like, I'll be able to leverage these. No, I've been trying to get you back on forever.
Yeah.
You know.
It has been a
And
while.
Gray's here.
You're on the show, Gray. What more
I'm
do you want me
happy to
tell
be
you?
here.
What more do you want me to tell
I'm
you?
literally grateful for everything.
I can't.
Oh, wait. Okay, so I want to talk about this. We'll circle back from like a previous topic.
There's a circle in my back. You know what
What?
that's called? A blowhole.
What were
That's pretty
what
good.
was
thought I
your
was being gay.
what was your
Yeah.
experiences 3 years into comedy?
I think that was about as fun as it ever was. It was like doing open mics and fucking you hanging out with people that you think are gonna be your friends forever before
Yeah.
you hate them 6 months later.
This is literally me right now. Literally me right now.
Literally, back in the day, the old Creek in the Cave was in New York.
Oh
Uh,
yes, yeah. Do
we-
you know Colton Dowling? Love him. Okay, never mind.
We used to do that room until
Edit that
literally 2 a.m. And then we'd all go to a diner after and fucking till 4 a.m. And I'd come home at 6 a.m. off the train. It was fucking, it was fun. You're just learning how to do a thing that you're super passionate about. You're so excited. Then like it becomes, you're like, I'm just trying to do this at the highest level possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's anything short of every joke murdering, you're like, I fucking suck. Like it becomes a whole different thing.
Well, you said we talked about this one time. Someone came up to us after the cellar and they were asking us about comedy, and you were like, or no, it was the guy who works there, that door
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He was like, so what would you say to someone trying to start comedy? Because I think he's doing sets now. And you were like, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
I wouldn't.
You were like,
Yeah.
don't do it.
It's a drug.
I was
don't
like, I
know.
couldn't agree more. Like, because when you start, you have such a misconception about. You literally
Yeah,
look around
yeah.
the open mic. You're like, these are my best friends, and we're gonna be all making it together. We're gonna be the most famous comics in 10 years. And then
Yep.
6 years later, 4 of your friends are dead. 2 of them still do comedy, but now they do it in an insane way where they
Yeah,
like put a
yeah.
banana on their head and they scream at the top of their lungs. And
Okay.
one of the other
Cut
people
the
still
banana
does
tomorrow?
it.
But that's
At a
also,
good-
but that's oh, he's been hiding that banana in a different place.
I mean, yeah, I normally keep it in my ass just in case the bit calls for it.
Just in case I'm doing a. Can't even get this joke out.
What is it?
Sorry,
He's like,
sorry,
I'm doing a
Lev.
black room tonight. We'll cut it.
Lev.
What? We're having fun and being racist.
Wait, I didn't. Oh, I didn't even understand.
Um,
I didn't get the joke. I'm sorry. What was the joke?
I'm so not racist. I didn't. Get
No, yeah, explain the joke.
I didn't even make a joke.
No, please explain it.
Wait, black rooms aren't gay.
No, you're not.
Oh, it
getting
wasn't a gay joke.
You're not
No,
getting
it was-
It was a.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry. That's fine.
No, go on.
Um, Listen, guys, the people in Austin are the best comedians in the world.
No, they're not, and I'll tell
No,
it
they
why.
are, though. They're
We're
so
here for
good.
rumors, conjecture, and clips.
They're so
I'll
good.
say this.
Some clips.
I feel like Chicago. Do you remember like Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, like The improv scene
Yeah.
of Chicago was like booming in like the 90s, 2000, like And now, sound off in the comments, is that Chicago has leveled off into a playing field that is equally to Boston, Philly, DC.
I don't know what's going on there. I just know what's going on
And
in
then
New
I'll
York, and this
finish.
is the best
I
scene
think
in the
now
world.
Austin is now peaking up, and it is very trendy.
But it's
we don't-
all Austin. It's
Will
all
the trend
same
last?
Exact
Will the trend
acts.
last?
Same act.
No,
No,
different people's.
I think there's some great people out there. I think
Yeah.
Casey Rockett's really talented,
I like him. Is he?
and Joe Rogan.
This is an actual question. Is
Yeah.
Casey Rocket mentally challenged?
I don't think so.
He's
No.
not special needs.
No, no.
Okay.
No, he's very. I'm
I'm not
But
even
I
doing
like
a
this,
bit.
I like this
I,
arc you're going
I-
down.
I'm not doing a bit. I really can't. Tell.
I did a show with Casey Rocket at Houston, the Riot Comedy Club in Houston.
He's
Beautiful.
super zany, right?
He's very zany. He has bits. It comes off as, from what he posts online, sometimes it comes off as like zany and like, but also if you look at my clips, I don't post the jokes yet, but he has just well constructed bits and hits and he has a great following and like people love him. And I watched it from someone who knew nothing about him. And I was like, who is he? And then I just went out and watched the set and I was like, oh, I really enjoy this. It's a good breath in the comedy
I've heard good things.
realm.
I'm a big time purist. The only thing I give a shit about is like really greatly constructed bits that are interesting, original, and you performed the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm. He's
That's
good.
all
He's
I
good
give a
at that.
fuck about.
Yeah.
And if it's not that, it's I might be wrong, but that's just what I'm into.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
if it's not that, I don't
Right.
give a fuck
That's
what
fair.
you're doing.
And
I
that's
just
fair.
don't care.
Well,
That's what I'm
there's some
trying to do.
people. There's some people that are like super talented, but I call it NMT. I say not my type.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I just people are like,
baby.
yeah, it's just like, well, there's people that are on stage that like they're, and we don't have to like name, or we can if we wanted to.
Casey
little-
Rocket. I mean, we
You
just
won't even
said
say if
Casey
you get
Rocket.
fucked in the butt or not, and you want us to name names. I mean, your priorities are all over the place, Gray.
So funny, but I think it's I think yeah, it's like yeah, there's certain people that I recognize as funny, but at the same time I'm like not my type.
Well, that's a good way to go
Yeah.
about it. I always feel. I want to ask both of you.
But even that- really
but more,
quickly-
yeah.
No, I was just even not my types. As long as you're fucking killing,
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's. I mean, this isn't my thing, but
You're
that's
cool with that.
undeniable.
Yeah.
Do your thing. I'm
Yes.
not gonna shit on that. Like,
Yeah.
do your thing. Like,
It's very interesting. I feel like you guys have a different outlook than I do personally. Because when I
Okay.
see someone who's successful who I don't think is good, I get extremely mad
How do you define good?
at what Lev just said.
yeah, like
That exact definition.
cart before the horse.
So
I
y'all
go
really
just
have- okay.
original
Maybe I'm the odd
material,
man out.
well constructed,
Yes,
good
maybe.
angles,
Yeah.
good act outs, good performance. And I don't see I just don't see it almost ever. It's what we were just
Yeah.
talking about. And so when someone
don't
gets
see that
really
now?
big, and I don't see repeatable too. That's a big part of it for me. I go, anyone can have a good 20. Who has a good hour? Very few people.
Yeah, but
who
also
has a
not
good
even
hour
that-
twice? Almost no one.
Bro, not
The
that many
hour's
people have a
dying
great
off.
20 either. Like, I'll tell you this. My instinct is to get mad too, but it's not even just. I stopped giving a fuck of like this person because I just see that's what the business is now. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter how good you are.
That's
It doesn't
true.
matter.
That's true.
That's kind of a sucker's game. But I'll even if I just watch a bad comic before me, who I just think what they're doing stinks and the type of comedy they're doing stinks, and it's not doing well in the room, that pisses me off too. That gives me an anger where I'm like, I'm gonna go up after you and try to embarrass you.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna try to go.
Yeah.
Oh look, this can be fun,
Yeah.
crowd. Like, but that's all But this is a competitive sport. That's what it is. I'm trying
Do you
to be
think
the
comedy's competitive?
absolutely.
Who are you competing against?
Right now, Lil Pete. And first of all, seriously, Lil Pete is my goat. Like, shout out Lil Pete. That's my dog. But it is a competitive sport. Every show is I want to be the best. I want to be so good that you forget about the rest of the lineup and you go, that guy
Yeah.
was good. But then there's another level of like, you have to be so good that even on top of that, they got to go, I'm fucking Googling that guy as soon as I get out of here.
Right.
And that's really where you want to be at.
Well, but I just don't think I don't think people, or at least I personally, do judge other comics, and I hate when people go, "Oh, there's no like good way to do comedy. There's no right way to do it."
I don't think comedy's subjective.
I don't. I
stopped.
agree.
I stopped judging.
I know,
I stopped
and I respect that, and I wish I could. I honestly, I mean this. I wish I could do that,
Yeah.
but I really judge people hard as fuck.
Oh, I do too.
Like when I see someone do something that's
used to,
weird,
but yeah.
wacky, zany, strange, but there's no bit, I go, you suck at this.
Yeah.
I go. Here's what I go. I
Say
see
their
someone
names.
just make a noise, do a harmonica thing. Not Dave Attell. Attell's the best comic.
Attell's the best.
I'm talking about like someone who like does some music, like does a noise.
But there's not a great
There's
bit
no
underneath
bit
it.
behind
There's
it,
not a
and
great
I
bit
go,
under it.
you know what you're doing is you're lazy. You're
The
going.
bit is that it's weird.
You're going, comedy's so hard, I'm not going to write a joke. I'm going to go on stage and drink oil because I think that that's strange, and strange is funny. And
Who's
I go,
drinking oil?
Well, you didn't,
Or you
Casey
just
Rocket.
say-
I go, you didn't write a bit. You refused to write a bit.
What are you doing? Did this kid? What do you go to war with this kid for? He's like-
Whatever. I know. Well, my yeah.
I think he's really funny.
He's really funny. My best friend, Rob Stant, he just opened for him all weekend. And Jim
Look,
Gillespie,
I hear
so
he's a
that was
good dude. He's also like, I don't know how long he's been doing stand up.
Does he drink oil on stage?
I mean, that was the bit. I don't think it's actual oil, but he did like a bit on Kill Tony of like drinking oil.
Do you think Carrot Top's funny?
And then he did that. Carrot Top?
Yeah.
Some of it, yeah, he has jokes.
He's got
Okay.
jokes.
Yeah, he has some jokes.
Okay. And he's a prop comic.
But-
so
but
we
I'm
can't,
not sa- by the
so
way,
we
I'm not
can't give
saying-
him the
I'm-
same respect.
What? No. I'm saying if you have a good bit, it's funny. I've
Oh,
seen
okay,
Carrot Top
cool.
bits that make
Okay,
me laugh.
cool.
Yeah.
I've seen
same,
Casey
same,
Rocket
same.
bits that make me laugh.
Same,
But whenever I
yeah.
see someone do something
I
that's
was just
just
clarifying.
strange or odd.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
they-
For instance,
oh,
the
you're-
oil bit, I go, you suck and you're lazy right now.
Right,
Yeah.
Go
right,
write a
right.
good joke. It's almost impossible to write a good joke, and that's why you're doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, also I get the Kill Tony thing is like you have 1 week to come up with like a whole minute, which is genuinely hard.
Right.
That's actually
I mean, that's
difficult.
that's what I try to do in New York is have a new bit every week.
Yeah.
And there's some weeks that are a lot better than others.
But that's
Like,
hard.
Yeah. It
Even
is
one bit a
very
week
hard.
is fucking hard.
It's very hard.
Right? I mean,
Yeah, 1 bit a week. I mean, you're writing an hour a year at that point. So
Yeah.
It's like
That's what I try. Because
I get what you're saying.
Transpa-
You're not saying I hate this guy sucks. You're saying in the moment where you're just doing a weird thing and you're not writing a
Yeah.
great bit under it,
Yeah.
you don't respect that. And I can agree with. I
I've
can
seen
totally
him
agree
have
with that.
great bits, by the way.
Yeah.
I've seen him write really good bits.
But the other thing too is you're also watching a young guy try to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like look at Louis 15 years in.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
I'm not a fan of any of that.
I know. I
So-
know. It's tough to. That is why Kill Tony's so scary. Is like you get these people that are just starting. They're
Yes.
2 years in. They're 3 years in, and then everyone in like all of comedy is seeing their shit.
what's wrong with being 3 years in?
I'm saying everyone's seeing all of their material 2 or 3 years in. I'm not
enough.
saying there's anything being wrong with 2 or 3 years in. I'm saying what's wrong is they're putting all their shit out there that early. And I'm like, that's just it's. I think it's
Okay, but here's a counterpoint
It's a
because somebody in the chat just wrote. I
Yeah,
saw
what's up? What's the
Vecchione
chat
last
saying?
weekend
What's
and it was
up?
a great show.
Well,
right?
Vecchione,
Like,
he's the
Vecchione?
best.
he's
Let
one
me
of the
Google.
greatest joke writers
What's her
alive.
name?
Vecchione.
Mike Vecchione.
Why are
But-
they name
Or no,
checking
no,
Vecchione?
what's,
He's like a great comic.
No, but
he's-
let's say this
legendary,
for
yeah.
devil's advocate's sake, right? This guy, I mean, he writes phenomenal bits consistently.
What's the
Vecchione.
chat saying?
Yeah. Just
Any
a
other
bunch
tea and gossip?
bunch of random shit.
No, I want to know. Like, it's
Can I
chiming
get
on the
this
chat
fucking
right now.
point out? So like
Gray
you
talk.
look at if more people
Shut Gray
though
up.
are gonna go see like an open micer who's selling out clubs than they are gonna see Vecchione. Isn't there also kind of a place just to play devil's
Vecchione's-
advocate of like the market gets to decide
Yeah.
what they want to go see? Like even if they go see that and they go, well, that wasn't great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of those people, I'm willing to bet they're probably like, this guy's the future.
Yeah.
Like people buy into hype.
Yeah.
They really do. They buy into hype. It's like look at fucking Ronda Rousey. People were like, she's the go. She could fuck up men. And it's like no, then she went against good women and got destroyed. But it's like. Let's say Greer Barnes, one of the fucking greatest comedic talents on the planet.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, but more
Legendary.
people are gonna go see some fucking open micer who blew up on social media on the road.
And that's the thing is that they get Kill Tony
It's almost
with
like a lot
having
of these
5
people.
minutes.
A lot of these people,
And you
the
have to
better
do
they
an
are.
hour?
Yeah, I know. It's
I
terrifying.
can't do
But
an hour right now.
This is our
I can't do
job.
an hour,
Our job
but-
as comics is to be the ones that go, okay, but that's not good.
Yeah,
Even if the
yeah.
market decides,
I
we
agree.
know what's good comedy.
I
And
agree.
I'm not saying Casey Rockett's a bad comic. I'm saying he's done bits that I go, I've never seen Greer do a bit where I go,
Well, I remember, and we'll put him on blast. The DC Improv, we were sitting in the back room with like the owners and everything, and sometime like the TikTok stars do roll through there and sell out crowds, da. But then you're headlining and you're pulling out your note. I remember there's one guy. Are we saying names? He pulled out his notebook. He was like, he stalled for 3 minutes on stage and was like, I forgot what I was saying. Hold on 1 second. And then like looked at his notebook and the whole crowd was like,
this is a headliner?
What? 2 sold out shows, 300 seat room.
Yeah.
The world famous DC Improv. And is pulling out like, oh, sorry, I forgot what I was saying. Like this.
But see, I'll be like that.
And I was like,
I don't even like give a fuck
like,
if somebody does that. To me, it's just like you're just.
That's not. Yeah, it's
I
not
also think,
bad,
like,
but also like
I'm willing to give benefit of the doubt.
spend
Of, like, you're
years
learning.
working on
Like,
your
you're-
stuff. Like say it every night. Like say it every night until it's like muscle memory. What's the chat saying, Lev?
Somebody said Louis C.K. His show came out 14 years. Okay, so maybe Louis 20 years ago when he was doing absurdist stuff is what I mean. God damn, time flies, eh? When did Louis drop? 14 years ago? That's crazy.
I don't know. I met him last night on Tuesday.
But yeah, I do think like it is kind of comics nature to just be fucking bitches and like be, bitter about when somebody's not doing the art well, as they should be. To do this art that pays nothing and is a waste of your life, you should at least be able to be like, well, these people suck.
Yes.
But I've also learned talking about that publicly does you zero fucking favors. And the other thing too is I remember I used to shit talk on here a lot and name names.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, somebody will respect that I'm at least being real and calling it out. No one gives a fuck.
They hate it.
No one cares.
Only
one
the people
cares.
it happens to hate it, and then no one else cares.
Yeah.
There's it doesn't earn you any street cred. Yeah. Nobody gives a shit.
No.
Like it's just no one gives a fuck about what you're doing.
Bad practice. Do it behind closed doors.
That's what I was telling Wolfgang Hunter. He's a funny kid, and I was like, bro, like just because I saw him doing what I was doing of like I'm bitter and open about it.
Yeah.
And also, once you get a couple things, you stop being bitter.
Yeah.
Are you
start
happy
seeing all the
doing
people
comedy?
I love doing stand-up.
Are you happy doing comedy?
Comedy? Yeah, of course.
No, comedy. I do think after 10 years, it has nothing to do with happy. It has to do with I'm just trying. It's like
Have you been doing it 10 years?
Yeah, this month. It's like I'm just trying to be an Olympic level athlete.
King.
Like I'm trying to
Crown
fucking walk this highway, do this as best as I can, and dismount and go. All right, how was the set? Like that's it. It's a joyless endeavor.
Yeah, true.
You're like-
at a
I look
certain
up to
point.
you. I think you're very funny.
It's
Oh,
just
thank
like
you,
a
buddy.
job
you're
at
very
a certain
funny.
I look
point.
down on you both.
I know you look down on me, but I do respect you and love you a lot.
I love you both.
Yeah, me too. By the way, I think what you're saying is correct. The market decides who gets money.
Yeah.
But comics
Oh.
decide who's good. And I
Yes.
also understand your point, which is we shouldn't
all that.
talk about it publicly.
Yes.
I'm
yeah.
sure I'll regret saying what I said on this.
I don't think you said
What are you-
anything too
what are you gonna
crazy,
regret
honestly.
saying?
I think you're just saying write a bit behind the weird thing, which is
Yeah,
fine.
and he does that. He has good bits.
Yeah, I think you're all right.
Yeah, he's talented. You never said he wasn't talented.
No, he's
All
definitely
right, you're
talented.
good.
Yeah. Guys, follow these guys on social media. Check out Jamie Wolf and Gray West. Keep up with what they're doing. They're both going on the road. Check out, especially when Gray's going to be working with Jamie out there.
Yeah, DC.
DC, Washington, D.C. Let's sell it out. We're at the D.C. Comedy Loft. You know you can sell it out. Come out.
New York City and Chicago, September 6th and September 25th. Come out to that. Make sure you're following on IG. We love you all, and we will see you next week. Peace.